All right, let's talk about leadership and growing your influence with the people that you love and that you lead. And that's where it starts. In order to lead someone, you must unconditionally love them. Now, I know there are leaders that lead people that don't necessarily love their people, but guess what? When you don't unconditionally love your people, they can feel it, they know it, and therefore they listen to you, but they don't 100% believe that everything that you're saying is genuine, and or nor do they really want to take you seriously after work. Let me talk to you about truly developing influence and truly leading someone, where you can lead someone in every area of their life because you have improved their lives in every area. But it starts by loving them in order to really, truly lead them. I don't know if you've ever worked with a leader that you didn't feel like they truly loved you. Have you ever had somebody like that? Now, it's okay. Like, they don't have to be in love with you. I'm not talking about romantic love. I'm talking about a true friendship love, or that they think that you're amazing. We need to learn and hone the skill of believing in people's unlimited human potential. I'll never forget the first time I heard of that phrase, believing in someone's unlimited human potential. Hey, Alan, welcome. Good to see you. I heard it from David Bird, the author of The Tripping Point in Leadership, an incredible leadership book. And he talks about having belief in people's unlimited human potential. I know people may have let you down now, and it depends. The older we get, the more we see that people let us down, okay? People promise that they'll do things. They promise that they'll be there for you. They promise that they'll, whatever. But it's okay. It's okay. But you can believe in their ability to change. You can believe in their ability to get better. You can believe in their ability that if they were to apply themselves to the success principles here in this business, that they can transform their life. Just like I truly believe someone who wants to get healthy and needs to lose 200 pounds to save their life can do it. Right? Do you believe that there's information that's out there, that there's programs that are out there, that there's support that's out there to help somebody to do that? Well, what about when it comes to being financially successful? What about when it comes to building an organization and a team, if that's your dream, right? A winning team, a world-class organization, if that's your dream, you could do that if you're willing to learn, be coachable, and apply the things. Would you agree? So if you believe that anybody can truly change their life, then we need to look at everybody in the eye and tell them that we believe in them. Because no matter where they're at, I mean, who's ever, introduced someone to the business and then immediately prejudge whether you think they'd be successful or not? You need to stop that. Stop it. Okay, everyone, slap your cheek, slap your hand. All right. Stop that. That's right. Stop prejudging whether the people that you bring in to the business are going to be successful or not, because that's a disaster. That's a recipe for disaster. We need to pretend that we're brand new again and that no one's ever let us down. I know that's not easy. Okay. That no one's ever said that they would do things and then didn't follow through. We need to give each new person a shot. And people that come back a shot, okay? So first ingredient in increasing your influence is unconditionally loving them exactly how they are and truly believing that if they work the program, they do the steps, they commit to the success system, that they can have success and that they will be successful here and they will transform. That is the first ingredient, okay? It starts with us. The second thing is relationships. Write this down. Leadership is relationships. No one's going to go along with you if they don't get along with you. And we are in the people business. Leadership is the people business. People are your product in leadership. Would you agree? So write this down. The more you communicate with someone, the greater your relationship is with that person. The more you communicate with someone, the more you put in deposits instead of withdrawals. Last week, we talked about putting in deposits into your leadership bank account or your relational bank account, or as Jerry and Sally Hassan say, love deposits in their marriage. So before asking for a withdrawal, we make deposits. And in relationships, there's 3 ways to communicate with people that will increase your influence and your ability to have them come along with you. See, if I have strong influence with someone, I can say, come to the national convention. Hey, listen, we're all getting in the car. We're driving cross country to North Carolina, or we're all getting on the plane and we're flying to North Carolina at the end of March for a big leadership convention. And we want you to be there. If you have strong leadership with somebody, they will figure it out. They will come with you. But if you have zero influence with someone and you're like, we would love for you to come to this leadership convention, blah, blah, blah. It's in one ear and out the other. They're like, oh, thanks for inviting me. Okay, see you later. They don't even remember 10 minutes later. They're not even thinking about it. Okay. But if you have a strong influence with someone, you can ask them to take action. You can ask them to show up at an event. You can ask them to make an exposure, to, get on the phone and kick butt today. All right. So work on your relationship. Now there's 3 ways to communicate to increase your communication, and increased communication leads to a stronger relationship. The first is verbal communication. Verbal communication. How many times are you talking to this person? I know that text message is cool and it's the thing to do, but I have a rule that if I haven't spoken to you physically, I don't have the right to text you more than 4 times. Okay, so if I haven't spoken to you lately and we're texting back and forth, and I'm texting you expecting for you to answer or respond or show up at something or do something, if I haven't spoken to you within 4 times of texting, or emailing, then I'm doing withdrawals instead of doing deposits now. Okay, so get on the phone, hear how they're doing. Now, obviously, when you're working together, it's mainly going to be work, okay? However, ask them, how are things? How's the family? How are you doing? Is everything okay? And tell me what's going on. Maybe they told you, oh, I'm going to, Jenny's soccer game, gotta go. Well, then the next time you talk to them, right? How's Jenny doing? Is she still kicking butt in soccer? Right? It's called building rapport with somebody. Now, there are some people that you lead that are just all business and only want to talk business. That's fine. But as long as you ask, at least ask, right? A personal question, then they know you care. And truly, the saying is true. If people really don't care how much you know, nor do they want to follow you or come along with you, if they don't think that you care about them. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, is the saying, and it's true. Now, the second type of communication is written communication. Written communication. Some people need both verbal and written. Some people are auditory learners and relationally auditory. Say nice things to them, but then visually, right? Some people are visual learners, visual communicators. So send them an affirming text message. Don't always just say, sending them a text message, hey, get on this call, hey, get on that call, hey, come to this event, hey, do this. An affirming text message. What's an example of affirming text message? Hey, Jim, how's it going? Amazing, Superman. You're incredible. If no one's told you yet today, what an incredible leadership skill that God has gifted you with. You're amazing with people. They love you. They love hearing the amazing things that you have to say. Okay? Just send an affirming text message sometimes. Sometimes it could be a motivational quote, but the more personal you could make it to that person, sometimes they need to be reminded of their superpower. And each person's superpower is different. Susie is the sweetest person I know. She's our silent storm, right, Susie? So, Susie's superpower is her sweetness, right? And, everyone has a different superpower. We'll remind them of that. Tell them to go use their great gifts, okay? Compliment and then leave, right? So it doesn't always have to be a compliment and then an ask. It's just a compliment and that's it. Sending a text. You can, right? Email is a way of communicating. Emailing to communicate your point across. Sending a card. We love to send cards because the only thing people get in the mail these days are bills. And so it's nice to get something else for a change. So when someone new joins the team, we send a welcome card. This is us at the executive director banquet. This is us on a team trip together, right? And then on the back, it's got our family. And so we use Grace Coda. Grace Coda referred me to something called Mailbox Power, whatever. You can ask Grace about that. And Angela, actually, I believe, uses it as well. And so it's just a great way to think about someone. When somebody makes a rank advancement, we'll send them something, congratulations. Oh my goodness, you did it. Wow, incredible. So physically getting something, communicating. And another way of written communication is social media. Social media is a great way to increase your relationship with somebody because they're getting a look into your life personally, and you're getting a look into their life personally. What's their environment like? What is their surroundings? I'm not saying aesthetically, I'm just saying like, are they in a positive, loving environment, or are they in a tough environment where they might need a little bit more of your love and affirmations? Maybe we need to be sending them some personal development resources, like a good Jim Rohn audio, a nice Robert Kiyosaki or Tony Robbins motivational tool or something like that, a Joel Osteen, And so social media is a great way to really get to know somebody and to build rapport with that person. And in leadership is supporting people. So when you see people on your team making posts, it means the world to them that you like their posts too. Brian Carruthers says, if you like someone's post, they like you. If you comment on their post, they love you. And when you send them a personal message, it means the world to them. I just had an associate. I have an associate that probably from 20 years ago will like my posts. And I was not doing a good job at reaching out to the people that like the post, but I was doing a good job at least thanking the people that were commenting because I just didn't have the time to do it. And yesterday I sent her a message and I was like, Susan, how's it going? Oh my goodness. How's the family? Blah, blah, blah. She hasn't been active in the business in over almost 20 years. But the first thing she said when she wrote back was, oh my goodness, thank you so much for writing me. She had been following me that whole time, liking my posts, and never once, shame on me, never once did I acknowledge that. She'd been watching, right? She'd been following. So it's another way of communicating and engaging with someone when it's two ways. So when someone likes your post, right, they'll just be silent, acknowledge, acknowledge, send them a private message. Hey, Bob, thanks for liking my post. What's happening? What's going on with the family? What's going on with the kids now? How's the job? How's the new job? This business is a business of communicating with people. And when you can stay present in people's lives, magic happens. I've had somebody that recently I was engaging with on social media yesterday. He was a member. He became a member of mine 20 years ago. And he liked a post. And so then I reached out to him. I liked a bunch of his posts and we started engaging. And I'm like, we need to catch up, you know? So I'm like, here's my cell. And then what's your cell? And then I surprise called him and I'm like, Anthony, how's it going? It's Liz. And he's like, oh my gosh, you know, and we just caught up. So who gets calls these days anyway? Because everyone's texting. You want to stand out? Call somebody. They'll be so grateful to hear a human being, not a machine, not someone from another country calling them, you know, not a robocaller. It's just refreshing when you stay in communication with people. And I was able to hear what's going on lately. And he goes, you know, my wife's been doing a side business. Maybe I'm ready to do a side business. Tell me more about what you're doing, right? And so I didn't bring it up. He brought it up. When you can stay present in people's lives, right? The closer you are to somebody, the greater the chances that they'll want to give you a referral, that they'll want to say, you know what? Tell me what's new in your business. Okay, so support your people, liking, commenting on their post, understanding what's going on in their lives. And then the third way to really increase your communication with them is time together. Spending time together. Now, most of it's going to be working time together. Okay, so at the weekly events that you might be having, at your luncheons, your business briefings, your Super Saturday events. That's why it's important to go to those things, because you're making yourself present. Even if you're a team of one, would you like to be a team of 2? Would you like to be a team of 5? Well, it starts with us. So by us committing to going to these live events, we are saying to the world, we are saying to God, I am ready to receive. I am ready, okay? I'm showing up. And so because I'm showing up, eventually I'm going to have a team that's showing up too. And then spending time together, working the business together. You know, maybe get together and make calls together, get together and, you know, go talk to business owners together, right? Hand your business cards out to people together. Go out and work the business together. But then there's also time not working. Spend time while you're doing non-working things together. What are things like that won't get you in trouble with your spouse, okay? Is, you know, team potlucks, right? Having team potlucks, or maybe you're all going to go out to a movie together. Maybe there's a personal development movie like The Pursuit of Happiness or something, or King Richard was a fabulous movie that came out about Venus and Serena Williams, and is a great personal development movie. Go out, go see it together, right? Invite them to do things. I mean, there's 30 days in a month typically. You could spend at least one of those days having something where you're doing something to build rapport deeper than just working all the time. That is a deposit. That's not a withdrawal. When you're doing something personal, when you're putting something on for them that's personal, it is a deposit. And so increasing your relationships with the people that you lead will increase your influence with them wanting to follow. Because in leadership, people will only want to come along with you if they get along with you. And you get along by developing and building your relationship with them. I'm excited for all of you guys to be building incredible, monster, successful teams and helping empower people. So that's today's leadership.